Good morning. This is Divine Sunshine on the morning drive. Thank you for taking this drive with me and being my co-pilot as I drive on my way to work and get my channeled messages as well. Last night I had forgotten. Benita had to remind me I had a channel message coming back, coming to work afterwards, and then when I was on my way home, it hit me another one too. It's about that one say, "Here comes the sun." There is, and then Spirit was like, you know what the sun represents? Sun represents the divine masculine energies. And talking with the Benita last night, she was saying that she felt there's some major shifts and some things that are going on with the divine masculine energies as well. And I was like, you know what, you forgot about the 3D aspect of it. You was talking about more so the physical, the sun, the planet, not the planet, but the actually the things of the galaxy and the bodies or whatever like that. Lost for words for that, but and really seeing that is taken apart and how it's more of a clarity that's going on as far as us being able to truly be able to see. There's a difference, I said, about in the way in which how there's a clearness that's going on within the universe as far as when it comes to the energies of the sun, which will be the same thing that if we're talking about the divine masculine energies too as well. The divine masculine energies are getting some clarity. Now that's in the male and the female, and we have to remember that too as well. And I'm being directed that, you know, we have to have these checks as well. It's not, I've always said that about the readings. The readings are very good to help us to understand about the GPS as far as what they're thinking, where they are, maybe spiritually people can tap into that. But right now it's about this major shift, about this transformation in our soul and really getting ourselves in alignment for union with self. And right now what is being shown to me is this, I was watching Lee and Sherry, and this understanding about this soul and how we need to, this vulnerability that's coming on. It's again, in order for us to understand, and I've talked about that on my podcast about these connections and how important it is to understand it's about the connection. Here lately I have been feeling very, some things that happened with the connection with me and the DM and the physical, the 3D, and you know, I got scared. I really did. I see some greatness of the potential of how things could be, how great they are. I told them that, and you know, and it's just like it scared me because of the conditions or the circumstances or the illusions of things that are also playing a part as well. This in our connection. And I had to tell myself, I said, no, we will not run. We will not run. That's been our problem. Things don't seem like, it seems like it's getting closer. You know, we don't. So, and I feel myself to run. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I communicated to him. I went on there and communicated about some things of how I was feeling. How, you know, again, I was feeling kind of runnerish. And, you know, I was scared because of what I had seen, and it was making me feel more wanting to be more in the connection more, and, you know, that. And so, you know, I became open. I said, you got to communicate. I think a lot of the things that I can't blame himself for him wanting to run is because, again, I had not been expressing my own feelings. Communicating that, you know, as I've been taught that in some ways that, you know, they will be able to feel that they'll know, you know, I don't need to communicate that. And so a lot of things of me looking at my mother and seeing, like I think that's all of us need to do, is seeing how we were taught to love. Lee and Sherry always said that, and I always say that again because my mom always said, well, you're always talking about the childhood wounds. But again, that is where we taught to love. Where is it, again, that we see that it's not a healthy way as how we have been loving or feeling or getting in touch with the heart that we need to actually get in touch with? Because that's really part of, and that might be majorly of, the issue of why we can't really get success or good footing or grounding in our connection with our person because of these things. And that's another thing what Twin Flame All-Stars always talk about. It's not about the mental thing. It's about the soul. And if we're not really in touch with our heart, which our heart, the soul resides and it stays in the heart, and it is in the heart in which we are able to connect and really get into those soul deep conversations, not in our mind, because our mind will steer us wrong. We keep on, I've said that before, we keep on trying to make sense of the connection through our mind, and the more we get deeper into the mind, the more disconnected and more separation we get into of a separation consciousness from our person. If we just concentrate on the connection with the person and just really concentrate on that, is a love here, there's something here, is spiritually here, and just let the chips fall where they may. Let spirit go on ahead and handle the extra stuff. You know, you'll find yourself more into flow. And that is what the difficulty is, because we got a lot of conversations going on in our head about our mothers say, what would my friends say, what would this say, you know, and society has programmed us. We've got to get to a point that we disconnect from the programming. I don't know if it'll let you see it. I wish it would, because it's actually saying that food store says, it's actually saying twins. Let me see if I can bring it in. Did it show it then? See, twins? Twin food store. I pass by this every day. Ain't that interesting? I'm talking about twins. So I hope that so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. So it ain't no joke. See how the universe shows you stuff? And so you know, about this journey, twins is, again, twins have that special connection. We have that special language nobody else is going to understand. Sometimes we don't need to even talk. We get to understand each other, you know, and it's that vulnerability that when you're vulnerable with yourself and you see with your person. I was just saying this morning, I was like, I thank God that I've gotten to the point that I am, it's got to be a part of an acceptance and an openness to receive, to be able to see your mirror right there, 3D. I'm getting that feedback. And I said, you know what, for him to be acting more of acceptance and more of a showing of emotions, that lets me know that I'm doing the work. Because if I wasn't, we still would be at square one. If he's accepting me, then somewhere within myself, spiritually, I am accepting some things going on. And it's really about right now where I am on this journey is really give myself acceptance to feel and say it's okay. Rather it's good, bad, or indifferent, it's okay. And by me accepting that part, it's the same thing that with him, I'm seeing major shifts going on with him as well. It's not about the, you know, I hear people say the circumstances where I think you deserve better. I think you deserve to be that, you know. I have to ask myself, am I treating myself like I deserve better? That's the question. Am I treating myself better? Okay, I think she tell me it's a parking space right there. Yeah, right there on the edge. Right on the edge. Okay. And so, she be worried the crossing guard here be talking about, you can get closer, you be parked way back there, I be concerned you walking so much. So that's beautiful. She looking out for me. Do I have this? Oh, please tell me I do. Okay, I thought I didn't have my mask. So I just wanted to get on there and talk to you all about that. I thought it's important. Please watch Lee and Sherry's with the men. I mean, it really helps, especially if you come from a household from a father that didn't speak too much, or didn't have a healthy, or you really didn't have a good healthy aspect as far as men and how they act. This is a real good way for you to really get an understanding. And even if you do have a healthy dad, or father, because you know it starts with them first. You know, go on there and watch that and really get a true understanding of how men are thinking. You find out we're not as separated as we think. All right, then, as always, stay lifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and namago. I'll be talking to you real soon.